Hi there. On today's adventure, what is that? We're going to talk about Trump fans or Republicans. They sure are patting themselves on the back over their victory. However, they're talking like it was total destruction. Like, it's not even close, dude. It's still relatively 50-50 across the fucking board. There's a few very small pockets where one side only got like 30% of the vote. But the majority of it is like both sides way over 45%. So they're circulating this fucking image where it's like, everybody talks about we're divided. We're divided. Everybody's so divided. But look at this map. Like 88% of the landmass is Republican. And it's like, dude, like it's the first time I saw it, I just kind of stared at it. Like, that doesn't mean that at all. Like, when the Republicans won, the fucking almost half of the humans on there that voted, all of those Democrats, or people that voted Democrat. Fuck knows, I don't call myself a fucking Democrat. And I voted Democrat. So everybody that voted Democrat just disappeared with your logic. And I've seen comments, 3, 2, fuck me, I'm not going to make this. I've seen comments where people are like, we should just fucking go in there and just clean out those cities and just be united all the way across. And it's like, did you just hear what you said, motherfucker? Like, are you serious? And the number, like, one of them had like 350 likes in a group that's not that big. I believe there's only like 1,400 people in that group. So the fact that many people saw it and that many people liked it, kind of fucking disturbing. Fucking, like in 2016 and 2020, I was like, okay, I'm starting to see how that whole thing happened. Because that was just unreal. I had never seen, I know I'm a broken record, but I had never seen groups of civilians taking upon themselves, as far as I know, I don't know, maybe Trump people put it together, like, and I don't know, but I've never seen groups of people, like hundreds. It was no small number. It wasn't like 10 or 20 cars, hundreds of cars. As far as you could see in both directions. One time I was on the 202. I don't remember. Yeah, it had to be the 202. This was the time I was on the 202. And I happened to go down right in the middle of a bunch of motherfuckers. Trump flags all over their fucking cars and trucks. What the fuck, dude? You know, it's a president, right? And like, he's not even really a politician. He's just he talks shit all the way into office. That's all. Just talk shit. That's all he did. Insults and promises. That'd be a good album title. Insults and Promises. Did he do any of that shit when he was in office 4 years? No, not really. His fans would say he was amazing and fucking did all that shit, but he really didn't. There was a website, I haven't seen it since like 2018, but it was tracking all, maybe later than that. but it was tracking all of his promises, and like 90% of them, he did the opposite. He either did nothing or the opposite. I want to try and be accurate, as accurate as my shitty brain can remember. I envy those people. Just go, dude. Let's all just go. Fuck them. I envy those people that this website, this exact address, and I first saw it on this date, and then I saw it on this date, and fucking my blah 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 blah. We did this date. I was blah blah blah, and this address and this name, first, middle, and last name, and they were like, fucking, what the fuck? How do you remember all that? How is that possible? I even do fucking memory exercises and shit, trying to improve my memory. And then granted, it helps a little bit, but are they doing exercises like once a week their whole life? Maybe. But anyway. But I've been fucking with these Trump cult people. Because it is a cult. And I was fucking, yesterday I was bored. Well, I wasn't bored, I was procrastinating. Big difference, honestly. I think to be bored, you have to feel like you're at a loss because you have nothing to do. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I haven't felt like I have nothing to do since maybe 2000. Oh my God, I have so much to do. Not even talking about work, private life, family, nothing. None of that. I'm talking about my own projects, my own not my video games, but video games I want to play, TV shows I want to watch, movies I want to watch. I would probably need 5 lifetimes to get close to caught up to all that. But I got this character named Trump Cult, and I think it's hilarious. I was like, well, he's gonna need a guild to match this stupid name. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make a dark maga, roar, scary dark maga Trump cult. So that's funny. Then I had 3 people sign it, other than me, sign the guild charter to start it. And one of them was like, lol, can I stand here? This guild name is awesome. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I started thinking about it. And I put a whole bunch of shit together real fast. So I was pissed off in February of 2024 when I learned, because I got suspended for 14 days. And one of the things that they showed me as an example, I'm like, that was in a private channel where everybody is told profanity is allowed. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've talked to multiple GMs. And they said, if you clearly tell people profanity is allowed in this channel and they choose to say, that's on them. Clearly labeled, and in the fucking channel data, whether it's guild or the communities or whatever. And I was like, huh. So they're like, no, they don't. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, no matter where you reported, they're going to treat it the same now. It's been that way, I guess, since Shadowlands. I didn't know that. So then some of my suspensions for profanity made sense, because I realized the sellers that were like harassing me, they would get on alts and shit that nobody knows about, and put those in those fucking channels where I give away time loss. And they just log in every so often. Yeah, I don't think you can do it anymore, but you used to be able to report people out of the scroll back. You can see the chat, the chat history. You used to be able to report people out of that. It doesn't seem to work anymore. But then I realized, well, then profanity is allowed in there, and I cussed. A lot of us cussed in there. Everybody cussed in there. Most people that talked cussed in there. So they would just log in every so often and report everything I said. So then I'm like, well, MAGA people, if you've ever spent more than 2 minutes with one, they just can't help but blurt out just terrible shit. Like shit, you're just like, wow, you really believe that? And like, I've been like 2016 to 2020, I think that was my exploratory phase. Like, I would talk to people a lot and be like, dude, like, really? Are you serious? Like, dead serious. And they tell me all these stories. And every single story, for the most part, is like this. I don't like black people. I mean, this is what they're saying. It's not the words they're using. They'd be like, oh, DEI, blah, blah, blah. There's just in looking for group chat the other day, I got this guy. He came in my normal guild, and we were talking. He was bitching about the only thing he hates about the left is DEI hires and shit like that. And I was like, why? He's like, I deal with it in my own work. I was like, oh yeah, tell me about it. And then he proceeds to tell me about these 3 people that would get hired there, and they'd work for 90 days, get the 90-day bonus, and then quit. And he's pissed off and he's sick of it. And he's like, they just happen to all be black. I'm like, oh yeah? And then while we're talking, he's in an area, Greensboro, North Carolina, I think. Whatever, I can't say words. And I looked at Zillow, and their rent is the same as our rent. And I was like, no shit, what does that position pay? He's like, $15. And I was like, hold on a minute. So, and like, what kind of neighborhood's it in? It's like, oh, my work's in the ghetto. I'm like, all right, so you're in a place surrounded by black people that's got a job that pays fucking nothing, $15 these days, when a fucking 2-bedroom apartment is $2,000 a month. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not working for $15. I wouldn't even have a conversation. I told him you couldn't even get me in a room to have a conversation about a job for $15 an hour. Like, I would get up and walk. Like, first order of business, what's the pay scale for this? And they say, well, this is a $15 an hour position. I wouldn't even say anything. I just get up and leave. And I don't give a fuck what they say. No. This isn't fucking 2010. A fuckload has changed in 4 years. Fucking much less than 10 years before that. Fuck off. $15 an hour. And I was like, and you're ignoring all these factors and just, it's a DEI hire. And that's the problem. I was like, are you sure? Like, have you thought this through? Like, what other factor are you not telling me? Fucking dumb, dude. So I started a guild, and I found out there's an add-on. I was trying to do it by hand, and it's the slowest, most painful process in the world. So I got an add-on, and they've got an add-on now that literally scans shit and sends invites. Like, you click to scan, and it scans as much as it can, which isn't much. and then it adds people to a queue, and you click add as many times as you want, and it adds people. And you can add people from other guilds or other servers, and you can have Alliance and Horde together. So I use that. I open up 2 accounts. I might start a third. I've got 2 accounts. I've got 3 accounts that I've paid up in characters and all that. The third one doesn't have game time right now, but I'm probably gonna fucking get the third one hooked online tonight. And I'm gonna fucking stick my fingers in a whole bunch of servers, invite a whole bunch of motherfuckers. And then I'm just gonna sit there and report them. Is it shallow? Is it shitty? Well, I mean, they voted in a dude that literally calls people grade school bully names. And he's appointing goddamn dumbasses. Like, the fucking Secretary of Defense is a motherfucking, like, news anchor. Sure, he shoots and stuff. And oh boy, he's got tattoos and he might be a veteran, I don't know. But, like, everybody in the defense industry is like, what? Who the fuck did you appoint? The Secretary of Defense is like a dude, essentially. Yeah, he's in good physical shape and he's got fucking patriotic tattoos and he can shoot. But that's not a resume for Secretary of fucking Defense. Like, wow, what a joke, dude. And one of the big promises, within 24 hours of getting elected, I will end the war in Israel. Nope, rockets. Lebanon, Iran, Israel, all rockets. That didn't happen. Dude just lies, dude. And his people are like, yeah, he's gonna do it. So he's not. He's fucking not. He's fucking not. Fucking not. But that's where we're at today. So I think it's funny because I don't respect him or his fans, and the tools are there, so why not do it? And I had the guild leader rank, because you could name the ranks. The guild leader rank was cult leader. The officer, because the main 3 ranks in most guilds are guild leader, officer, then the regular person. So the guild leader had his cult leader, officer I had his punch mixer, and then everybody else was patriots. And I think that's fucking funny. I think it's really fucking funny. Bird Lady. And eventually I'm going to rename it that. But I'm going to wait till everybody's all happy and everybody's together and oh, this guild is everyone, even as within a matter of 2 hours, I had, I think, 180 members total, characters. We'll say 160 because I don't know how many characters I brought in there to recruit, you know, for different servers and different factions. And then there was like fucking 85 online when I logged off. So that's fucking hilarious. And then once I get that guild to like 800, because people were already inviting their friends and shit. Like, hey, I finally found a guild that's not, fucking woke or whatever these retards say. I did see someone say, these fuckers aren't woke in here, it's good, when they invited some of their friends in. And of course they said, like, one guy immediately said the N-word, and then people laughed, and then there's whatever. I was like, wow, okay. Oh, that's a fucking spot. So that's going to be funny. And they're probably going to wonder, why are these characters logging in and out all the time? It's like, because, well, once you report somebody, you log out, log back in, you can see it again, you can report them again. And that's even more funny. And of course, the message of the day and in the guild rules, both places say, this is freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want, there's no censorship here. Say what you want. Do it. And one person that I invited, like, what's with when I saw the ranks that way? Right now it's like Patriot, Super Patriot, Elite Patriot for now. But the guy's like, what's with the ranks? With like a wink. And I was like, he's like, not a Trump fan, are you? I'm like, nope. He's like, I was about to G-quit. I saw that and started laughing. Everybody have some punch, everybody. Come on, have some punch, everybody. So it's going to be fun. That dude's wearing a Santa hat. A Culligan man Santa hat. It's not even, oh, whatever. At least it's November. Whatever. Fucking goddamn. Well, I guess whatever. I'll talk about that on the way home. I've heard some things this year. It's like, yeah, that's all true. You can celebrate Christmas and not have an invisible friend. There's all kinds of shit to it. I'm going to be soft when I get old. I know it.